think it was watch, work, warm, worm, just to get an idea of how to use the W. So it's just saying that you start out with your mouth as if you have a straw in your mouth.
Or doctor. I didn't saw anything related to that.
I created a video for you actually. So this is probably what you can do whenever you can't find something. And I say that I've sent it, being here, whatever you'd like for us to know.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Ruben, I'm 16 years old and I'm from a little country called Armenia. I'm a high school student and I'm currently preparing for upcoming English exam, which is called TOEFL exam. I'm sure you know about it. And my primary goal is to...
I know for certain from the students that I have worked with, a good amount of time is spent on being aware of how much you can say in 1 or 2 minutes, and you need to be able to enunciate clearly your thoughts and the ideas that is being asked of you from the examiner.
Philippines, as you know, that I'm working in cashier or in a teller in a school, but some of you say wanted to know that sometimes in other country there is no payment on the school or in the internet or in a...
I do, and other teachers online do. Some people have more time than they have money. So being able to find someone who can communicate with you at a time that is convenient for the giver will be of great benefit. With that great benefit, someone such as yourself, you may have to stay up later, lose sleep, but you're getting this for free. You get to practice speaking. I want you to really take advantage of the Telegram, honey, because going on the Telegram, you get to practice every day. It does not mean that I will speak with you every day, but if you go on there every day for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 minute and do something every day, it will be slow going. But at the end of a week, the end of a month, a year, 2 years, you will be better off than not doing anything at all. So I'm really happy that you're here.
I'm happy to.
Thank you. Mawa, could you introduce yourself?
Okay, sure. I'm Marwa from Jordan, and I'm a chemist, and I'm here to improve my fluency, and I want to focus more in pronunciation, to fix my pronunciation more. And thank you very much for the series.
Okay,
it's very helpful.
It's my pleasure. And Hussein.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. So I'm exalted to be here among all of those beautiful faces there. It's Hussein. I'm 28 years old and I'm from Algeria. I'm a nutritionist and I work online as well. Like I do consultations for people that wants to lose and gain weight. And I have been learning English for 1, 2, 3, 4 years. And I have been in touch with Dr. Priscilla for 2 years and a half now. Right, Doctor?
That is correct. So anything that I probably can't answer for you, Hussein can probably answer it for you. So don't hesitate to ask him to explain something that I've asked and you haven't answered, or you're trying to answer and you don't necessarily know what I mean by my explanation. The good thing about having proficient students in the group with others who are learning is that you get to get his sound and be able to understand, but he speaks very clear for me. But in the event, let's go on to Honey. Honey, hey. What one thing should we focus on with you today?
I don't know about it.
I will ask you the same thing as well as you, Hussein. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, what was your question again?
It's going
Doctor.
I was just saying, give me something that you want to focus on specifically today. For you, Hussein, is something that you already know, and what you know can help others. For you, it may be something like, I want to say phrases before I start to speak. Like, that's interesting. That's a great question. And Ruben will be able to use those when he's answering the TOEFL questions. Could you repeat that, please?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that the same as just some introductory phrases? But whatever you want. Not yet, Hussein. I was waiting for honey. It is that, but it's more of something unexpected, something unanticipated, something that you didn't anticipate.
Mm-hmm.
That's a blessing in disguise.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Ruben.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I made up my mind, and I want to focus on like particularly on like third conditionals when we talk about our past experiences with conditions. For example, if I had studied harder, I would have been able to take the exam to a high score, for example. So
Okay.
those kind of sentences.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the thing I want you to be aware of is that I'm not a grammarian. I just listen for something to see if I understood what you said. Now, I know I was taught the third conditional, and probably it is the if, the word if, that makes it the conditional. I'm not sure, but I think that that is what makes it a conditional.
Yeah.
So if I attended all of the classes, I would be able to do something better. And so that leaves me with, because you didn't do something, the if you had done it, it would work.
Yeah.
Since you didn't, it doesn't work, or it might not work. It might be a blessing in disguise if it does work, but there should be always, there's always a method to the madness. We just do a trial and error. All right, so I want you to talk in conditionals today. When you're talking, talk in conditionals, and I will correct you. Not so much that it's, if it doesn't ring with clarity to me, it probably isn't as you had wanted it to be. I may not necessarily be saying that it's a conditional, but I will definitely tell you that this is not the very best way to say it. All right, so Hussein, tell us what the article is about. Tell us what the article is about, the turtle.
Actually, call that we.
It's the same article.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And try to use some of the vocabulary words. Do you remember what the words are? Okay, just start telling us about it. I'll try to find the article.
Okay. Well, the article that we had last session was about a turtle. And it says that it was in an airport in Kyoto, Japan. And it says that the turtle was spotted in the airport, and then the flight was delayed because of the turtle, just because the turtle was living nearby, and then it to say that, looking for the verb. Is it crawl, doctor?
Don't spend time looking for it. Just talk to it from what you remember.
Then the turtle was spotted at the airport, and then it caused the delay of the airport. They couldn't, the pilot couldn't go in that flight till the turtle was catched and then took away. I think that's the summary of the text that we had last time.
So the turtle was caught and taken away. The turtle was caught and taken away. What happened to the turtle, Hussein?
It was caught and taken away.
That's correct. And who saw the turtle? Who spotted the turtle?
Controllers.
Okay,
the term that was used.
Mawa, who spotted the turtle? The last article that you read. And Ruben, you're going to answer. And I want you to take 1 minute to answer. You don't have time to plan because you read the article already.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna talk about the article. Yeah.
The
article about turtle.
No.
No. Okay. Some imaginary article.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Some imaginary.
No. You don't know what she's going to ask you yet. You have to wait for her to ask you.
Ah. Okay.
And then whatever
Okay, yeah.
whatever she,
Yeah.
set timer for 1 minute. Whatever she asks you, you'll have 1 minute to answer. Okay? Mawa,
Okay,
ask
yeah.
Ruben a question.
Okay, what kind of articles
Okay.
are you interested to read?
What kind of article are you interested in reading? Ask him
Interested.
again.
Okay, what kind of articles you are interested to read? In reading?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm interested in, I'm interested in reading scientific articles, especially articles about mathematics and new inventions and things that are being done in mathematics. As I'm a future mathematician programmer, it's really interesting for me to discover new areas of the mathematics that I didn't encounter before. So one of the things that I discovered recently that actually cubic equations have real solutions. So there is a formula that we can solve those equations that we aren't taught in schools. Okay, I don't I don't have anything to add, I think.
Okay, so, and that was fine. You did try, but this is what I felt. I was exhausted because I felt you were rushing and I was trying to rush to hear everything that you said. So one of the things that you can start, and I didn't hear any conditional.
I was kind of.
I didn't hear any conditional and I didn't hear any complex sentences. She asked me the question, Mawa. Ask me the question. Mawa, ask me the question. Mawa Zubi.
The same question?
The same
Okay.
question.
Okay. What kind of articles are you interested to read?
That's a great question. The type of article that I'm interested in reading would be those that has to do with mathematics. For example, I recently read Adam Shakespeare, and it had a lot to do with mathematics. What I learned is if block B was in block A, this would happen. Another thing that I learned about this article is that the more I read, the more vocabulary words I was able to use. For example, I found the word spotted in addition to running across the highway, there was a turtle. And I still have 13 seconds and I'm supposed to still talk and I'm still talking. So you see, even though you're speeding up, your brain is overloaded with, what am I supposed to say next? Did I get my conditional in there? Did I tell this? Oh no, I forgot that. And so you just slow down. So you have that first. Let's see, Hussein doesn't, I never did this with Hussein. Hussein, I want you to do the same thing, but I want you to use what you are focusing on. A blessing in disguise, method to the madness, but answer Mawa. And if you can get a conditional in there, that would be fine. You only have 1 minute.
Okay, what was Marwa's question first?
Or she's going to ask you now.
Okay. What kind of articles are you interested to read?
Yeah, the kind of articles that I'm interested in reading is scientific articles. The reason I like scientific articles is that I am in the field, I am in the business. I like to read books that are related to nutrition. It might seem something that's negative reading all the time articles, but it is a blessing in disguise when you figure out at the end of the day that it's really enriching your information and it's helping you to get your work to a higher level. I still have time. That's all that I have to say.
Okay, so you see that when you don't rush.
Doctor, I have a terrible headache and I have having difficulties to concentrate.
Okay, you can excuse yourself. Okay, so Mawa, ask Honey the same. Honey, I want you to use the word, is your word, no, some words that had, what word is it? Spotted. Your word is spotted, right, Honey?
Yes.
Okay, she's going to ask you,
Ganda.
honey, you just use the word spotted. Okay, ready? Ask her the question, Mawa.
Okay. And what kind of articles are you interested to read?
About the I'm interested in reading a psychology, about the psychology, because it's interested in reading it, and I spotted some words that I used in everyday life, and it's a very interested to read because of the life of of the of the of the author and the life of the other people who surrounded him. I don't know what else.
Okay. So one of the things that you just remember that you will need to be able to speak for, I think you can talk for 45 seconds, but it's up to 1 minute. So Ruben, ask Mawa Zubi the same question.
Can I ask something to you just about my speaking? Yeah, the actual reason that I was kind of rushing is the thing that I think I speak slowly. I think that I speak slowly, and maybe the speech raters will get bored, and that's why I keep accelerating like my speech. That's why I kind of I'm getting overwhelmed,
No,
and that's
well,
why I keep rushing in. Yeah.
let me just tell you that the examiner is not going to be bored. If
You only have a minute. You only have 1 minute.
No, it's not about time, doctor. In some
No,
parts
I
of the
mean,
exam, he won't be limited by time. That's what I meant. It's not always like a time limiting question.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was. Besides, your English is not so quick, and it's not so slow too. You're perfect.
Right. So the thing is that I think even though you're saying that you think that he's going to be boring, what I found, well, let Mawa answer first, and then I'll tell you more. Okay. Ruben, ask Mawa Zubi. I got that. Mawa Zubi. Ask Mawa Zubi the question. Ruben,
okay.
ask her the question.
So my question to Mark.
The same question.
Yeah. Oh, the same question.
Yes, the same.
In what kind of articles are you interested?
Okay, actually, I think I have a desire to read more about scientific topics, and recently I focused on COVID-19, and I read many research about this, and the most recent results, according to the vaccine, it was a new capsules made it in UK, and it will be able soon in